What's up, my beautiful people? Welcome back to my channel. It's Lizzie Atkins here as always, and I'm back with another bang. Today I'll be showing you guys how to tie the bow gele. So here I've got my purple gele and I've divided it into two sections, and I divided it into 60-40. So one side was longer than the other, as you can see towards the end over here. And once I've done that, I grab my gele and I start to create my pleats. So I place it on my model's head and I create the pleats on her head. You can always create the pleats outside of the head, so you can do it then place it on. Create the pleats and I shifted it towards the side, so the shorter side to the side I wanted it to, and then I move it all the way back, requesting my model to hold it on one side. So I've asked my model, and in your case you might ask your client to hold it on the side whilst I do the other side. I've gone and I'm doing the other side now, just following the pleats that I've got from the other side and making sure it all matches all the way round. So once I've done that, I'm just making sure it's all neat, and I pull back so I put all of it together to create that scrunch in the middle, and I do the same thing for the other one. And I ask my model to hold on both sides, because now we're about to knot it. So we're about to tie it. Gathering all of the extra geles, I put it over and I knot it now. So I'm tying it, and just watch carefully how I tie it, because I tie it and then I try and shift it to make sure it's in the middle. So I tied it, and you can see I'm shifting both hands to make sure I'm getting the middle. Remember, you can always do your bow on the side, left side or the right side. But at this point in this video, I was trying to achieve my bow in the middle. So make sure my pleats are all in place. Make sure the gele is secured, it's tight enough, not too tight, but making sure everything is in place, because you don't want your gele falling off, or you don't want your client's gele falling off at the party whilst they're having fun. So once that is done, as you see, I'm just trying to make sure it's all secure, and I just pull that down and I make sure, because I'm trying to get the clear part of the knot, the bits with the thread, so just making sure all of that. So now I bring the one behind and I fold in one of the side and fold in the other side. At this point I fold it in and I start to roll them together in way of like an envelope sort of thing. So I fold them both sides just to make sure my edges are neat. This is to make sure the edges are neat. If you want a smaller bow, you can fold it in even more. If you want a bigger one, you can fold it out more. So I fold it all in, and once I'm there, and then I just fold it all in place just to make sure my bow is giving that effect. Just make sure everything's placed, then I fold it all like that. So as I pleat them over each other, and then I bring myself, then I do the same thing for the one in front. So I get the one in front and then I swoop it over, and without even pinning it, you can already see the bow effect, but you definitely want your gele to be on point. So this is just me adjusting it and putting things in place and making sure they're in the right place, and I'm getting it bang on in the middle. So I go around to the back as you can see, I go around to the back and I do the same thing that I've done, but this time folding it onto the inside of the gele instead of the outside like I did with the front. So I tuck it all in, just the extra gilets. I tuck it all, the extra material, I tuck it all in and I roll it as well. As you can see, roll, roll, roll. Just making sure the edges are all neat. And I grab my pin to secure it on both sides. And once that is done, I come back around to the front and I just start to make my bow into what I want it to be, puffy, a little bit of puff at the end, and with the scrunch, that little plate on the side. So I try that, you know, put them together, and I get another pin as well to hold it on the end. So on each end I get a pin to hold it. So I do it for that side and I repeat the same step on the other side, the same exact step on the other side as well. So that is done now, and I'm just using my hand to make sure they're secured, they're in place. I'm just playing around with it just to give it that shape that I want, the desired shape that I want. So you can always play around with your gele and just give it that. You can see I squashed it up to give it that puffiness because I don't want my gele looking flat. But that's it, guys. I do hope you enjoyed today's video. I do hope you think this gele is nice. Do not forget to subscribe.